I've collected some resources, or rather gained resources through some labor.
Interesting.
However, there are a couple other things I have to ask about. While I was looking and retrieving my supplies for my work, there was a specific way that they were organized. And I'd like to ask you about them.
Alright.
The first thing listed in his organization was a bastion.
Yes.
What is a bastion?
I come from a bastion. They're basically big, broken down buildings in the Nether that are places we used to live in.
Interesting.
They now are mostly overrun by slightly more feral, but still brain-wise, like it's complicated.
The piglins?
Yeah, but they've got these brutes, these bigger versions that are more tough, that guard it, that I don't think are quite as smart, and those only exist within these bastions. And there's lots of different resources in these bastions that are protected by them.
Interesting. What of a fortress? What is that?
That is where I got all those rods that I traded to you. They the creatures that you get them from only appear there. That's also where when I mentioned those wither skeleton creatures that when you talked about the wither heads, that they also only exist there.
Interesting.
It's also
and what is a soul sand valley?
It's kind of like the deserts of this world, except it's made out of soul sand instead of sand.
Okay. And last, a basalt delta.
Kind of like the cobblestone of this realm, just stacked up in like different, like maybe a mountain, maybe like we're basically our version of stone, or how we get it.
The Blackstone.
Yes, it's
interesting. And then I also have this.
I recognize that. Under my house, okay, a small man came over to my house recently, and they're really small, like a inchling sort of character, and they just decided to start digging into my house for no reason, and I was annoyed about it. Like, come on. But they discovered something. There was a chest with this in my walls of my downstairs. I did not.
What was the chest made of?
It looked like it was made of like obsidian and that.
I mean, his kid is literally whole down to.
It was just underneath my house for no reason.
Okay, come over to my storage area real quick, just so you can see the kind of funny coincidence here.
What?
Obsidian, you say? Because I know this is one of the hardest materials that can't be moved, I decided it'd be helpful to have a decent amount of it on hand at any given point. Just for sake of, if I want to build a redstone contraption and a piece can't move, then I can use obsidian to block it.
Makes sense. But yes.
However, there may be another purpose.
It seemed to be a chest made out of that material with that eye in the center.
A melee does a bit over a square. Melee do 30.
I will need to make another one of these eyes, but
Which probably means like 7 shot.
I
I do believe this is worth research.
I have quite a few of those pearls,
As do I.
so
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's 6.
Where would be a great place to put it for something to happen in character?
I don't know.
Okay, good, you can't reach it. But you could certainly try.
Don't worry.
Whoa! Okay, so, did you see the texture pack I put in the mods area?
Yeah, I don't have it though.
Okay, one thing it does that I think is interesting is it makes Eye of Enders, or not Eye of Enders, it makes Ender Pearls purple.
Yeah.
But it also makes the inside of the Enderchest look like a nether portal.
That is awesome. What?
So I'm gonna keep this pack on and use it as part of my canon.
Mm-hmm. Alright. But back in character.
There's like 100.
Is this similar?
This is astounding. Okay, under my house, I discovered my stuff that had disappeared a while ago was inside of that chest. It's here. My stuff.
Excuse me?
My stuff that was under my house that I had discovered is in this chest as well.
30 blocks away, and all you hear is.
Is it the same or is it a copy?
Well, they look the same. They even are just as damaged as the ones at my place.
Could it just be an illusion, or?
Well, nope. Well, I don't think so. I just took out.
Put the apple on the table. We should go back to the one you found and see if it's there.
Right. I had 2 apples.
Well, set one on the table, put the other back in. If it changes when we get to your place, we'll know.
Right. So at my place, there should be 1 golden apple in there instead of 2. If there's still 2, it's somehow...
Allow me to clean myself up before we leave.
If there's 2, it's somehow like duplicating it over here. If there's 1, it's somehow transporting it between it. Either seems insane.
Well, the thing that is most interesting is I didn't see any of those materials that you speak of.
Huh. So, could it be like a personalized vault?
Seems so.
Let me just get my old real quick.
That's...
Now say you were playing Soldier, and you used.
I just thought it was some chest under my house that somebody had moved my stuff to, but... Wait.
It seems that this goes much deeper than that.
Wait, I must wonder then. How did my stuff get into that chest without my knowledge? If only I can get into it to get my stuff. That's worrying. That is extremely worrying. So, where are we going?
Oh, I thought... Right, your house is this way.
Yeah, I was like, excuse me? Mine's the terrible wooden path.
Whoa. The texture pack also makes the crimson wood glow slightly with the like part that looks like it should be glowing, it glows a lot more.
Ooh, that's cool.
You know what happens to the soldiers whenever they spawn sacrificer?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend that pack.
If they have a max extended on them, max use souls, and then this suit here.
Is this one of the structures that was mentioned?
Yes. This is a fortress.
Yeah.
Interesting. It seems every structure you can find in the Nether is built for war.
I would definitely say so, yes.
A bastion, a fortress. What's the history of the Nether?
War. That's why I'm not... Just constant war, either between ourselves or between the overworld.
I see.
It's why I'm not surprised by any of this stuff anymore.
There's something that you go up. Alright.
How many wars have there been?
Well, in recent history, there's been 2 wars within against the overworld.
Alright, so it doesn't
And well, wars within the
or at least
the Nether. There's been things from small skirmishes between fortresses and full-on wars between different nations within the Nether. Nowadays, it's kinda just
Laying in ruin.
Yeah. The last quote-unquote glory days of the Nether were the second Nether Crusade, where after things kinda went downhill. Oh, wait, shoot, I'm dumb. I went too far because I was talking to you. That's the way back to our starter Nether home.
So, if the world of the Nether is just full of war, then the fact that the portal is creeping the Nether into our world should be worrying.
Jump on up here, Matt. This one's to my house, and this one's to my village. If you ever...
I would like to see your village.
It would be good to show you around.
Yo! The blue wood glows a lot more too.
Nice.
So the Nether is just a land of constant war.
Pretty much.
And that is why you wish to leave.
Yeah. It's always been war there. It's always been chaos, bloodshed. And and even when it's not in war, it's dangerous. Come downstairs. So the tiny man was building a base underneath my house when I will make us a way in. When this will appear. When he discovered this underneath my house when he was trying to build this little base.
Interesting.
And yes, there's only 1 golden apple in there now instead of 2.
My aim with Genji's better.
I'm unsure what the next bit of research should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will get revenge on Josh. Hey,
Whatever I'm researching,
alright, yeah, Josh.
I feel like it's not gonna end up being something small.
It seems like that is becoming more and more likely. Yes.
I think I need to change my jump.
Between
buttons.
researching your zombification, the nether,
Nice to admit, Hans.
and various other things,
Halo, man.
I've learned most things are connected in some way.
Alright.
Things such as gold do not share a single importance to any area. The ender pearls, the eyes, they seem to always be looking around, searching.
Actually cracked that Genji.
Interesting.
I don't know if it would be good to follow.
I don't know. I don't know.
I need a rest.
I'm gonna text this guy. I'm gonna tell him that he's cracked that Genji. Oh my god.
Is this your shrine?
Yes.
How have you been feeling?
It feels like I'm still slowly getting worse, but I do feel the effects happening slower than they did before, ever since I made
That is good.
this.
That is good.
It's still happening, but slower.
I'm sorry if I kill you in the crossfire, Halo. Well, crap. Alright, yeah, Josh, you just said things.
Have you heard the Underdark has grown larger?
No, I have not.
Joshy.
The Underdark has become a kingdom with a king.
I mean, I had heard that a third person had joined, but I did not know that the small guy I had met had joined. Who else joined?
As far as I can tell, the Wolfman that I don't know to the north.
How interesting.
He's the only other unaccounted for member of this world that I can know about. Either it's
Interesting.
someone new or the Wolfman. Either way, the Underdark has grown immensely, becoming a kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Ignis is their king now.
Probably not, lol.
I knew they were becoming a city, but I didn't know they had grown that fast. I was actually invited to
Well,
a
I have
meeting
26 on charge.
before they had become a kingdom. Apparently, being a nether dweller allows me to be invited despite not being a part of their kingdom.
Interesting. Well, in another word of news, Mahogany has left our alliance.
Oh, that's too bad.
He instead left to join with the Underdark.
Hmm.
However, in his leaving, we took back Highmall.
Well, that's nice at least.
Yes.
Though an ally
However-
with the an ally with a city is more valuable than a city without an ally. It's sad to see him go.
Yes. But Highmall is ours, so I feel we should get it back into working condition, since without its leader, it isn't strong enough to even be a town anymore.
Makes sense.
I believe he still may be a traitor there, but it's not under his command. And that is where the city is going to fall behind.
Alright. Interesting. What a sudden shift.
Yes.
Worrying.
We had believed Mahogany to be a surefire ally. However, he left within a day's notice.
I wonder if his loyalty is in question then, if he's really loyal to them either. If he's just one of those type of people.
You mean like Blaine?
Look, we don't know that in character.
I know, but it was too hard not to make that joke.
I mean, look, my character's just figuring that out in character. Like, we didn't know that in
I
character.
know.
But, pillagers! Ah! Whoa! Whoa, there's 3 over there and 3 over there! They're trying to surround us.
Ever since I began working and studying with Lennox, these pillagers have been seeming to follow me. I believe they want him back. Or want him dead.
I'd say that's most likely the case. I've been seeing them more often too ever since the meeting where I was seen with you where he was at. Maybe they know we're allied and that you hold something that should be theirs.
Jesus, that's another one over here.
These
How
guys,
many did you kill?
3.
I killed 6.
So there
There
were
were 9 of them.
They sent a large raiding party, huh? Alright, I got a milk bucket in my Enderchest, so I'm just gonna drink that up to get rid of that bad effect.
I'm 16 health, man, please. Was I the only one alive?
Although we do own Highwall, I believe that by us reclaiming it since he left, it may have caused some tension.
Most likely.
I do not wish for war, because a war would interrupt my research. And yes, that is the actual reason, and biggest reason he doesn't want a war.
You know, to not interrupt, so that his research is not interrupted. So, did you get the Slybel? Because
Not
that
yet.
because it was mentioned in the Nether meeting that they were trying to get it for you.
Such a big shatter.
I put up a job in my speakeasy. I simply requested someone let me read the slide.
Though I am worried. They were coming up with some options for how to get it. One of their options they were thinking about was to talk to them and make a fake copy without actual information that just looked like it, and try to pass it off. Well, that was one of they hadn't confirmed that was what they were going to do, but that was one of the options that came up at the meeting.
Interesting.
So, keep that in mind.
I've seen the slide before, so I believe if they try to pass off a fake one, I should be able to recognize.
Alright. I hope that for the sake of peace, that they don't try to go to that length, but...
I also do recall that they mentioned attacking the slime people to steal the slider.
Mm-hmm. Which is
I do not wish to cause a war. I just simply want to continue my research.
Yes. I assumed so. When they mentioned the possibility of attacking, and they were saying, how dare... Like, they were trying to bash you. They were saying he's trying to... Like, he's okay with us doing war and stuff, but I knew it was just for your research. I even stated, I know him. He just wants this for his research. He's not actually trying to... Like, like, literally, that's what I said. Like, I knew it was...
I believe the slime could hold something important for research into the slimes, since it should be quite obvious why.
Yes.
And upon researching a little bit of the slime that I found, it seems to almost be contagious.
That's...
There is some sort of pathogen within the slime that can let it spread amongst living creatures. That is why I wish to see the Slibles, so that I may see what their goal is and research what may be their cause.
Meta. Darn it, I don't need a fourth version of myself. Just gets this get excited.
Well, actually, here's the thing. If you get slimed, you lose all other versions of yourself.
Hey! Actually. Huh. That would be the one way to destroy the Phantom.
Getting slimed would turn you into a slime, but you would lose,
That would destroy...
You would lose the phantomness, the pigliness, and the,
So, technically
zombies.
slime is a cure to the Phantom when we hadn't thought of any yet.
This is true.
That's
What's funny is, I had done a slight amount of research into phantoms as to why it was the cause of your terror and why it scared you and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And although I know meta, I'm at the wrong conclusion. I am at a simple conclusion.
What?
There is something about the phantoms that works with the blue fire. There's something eerily similar about them.